Hello and welcome to AntipoDnD, a show in which a bunch of Australians play Dungeons and Dragons in a setting partly inspired by prehistoric Australia and New Zealand. I am David, the Dungeon Master. I am joined by Kynan, Doug, April and Zindi, and one day I'll be able to say those names without looking at the overlay on the other screen. But
I'll change my screen name when you do that.
Yeah, I can see that happening. So, last session, our players, having arrived at Rivermeet, the small city, or large town, really, on the banks of the Luan River, where it meets with the the Wayard River. I cannot read my own map. They checked in on their way to the larger town of Heron's Perch. In Rivermeet, they dropped into the tavern, Our Bears Aplenty, where they had a chat with the local players who are rehearsing for the next exciting episode of the foamy adventures of Captain Lovett Darling. They also had a chat with Rain in Summer, the tabaxi who owns the tavern. And then they wandered down to Bowles Bev's, the stall of Baldwin Cloud Peak, mixer of fine alcoholic beverages that are infused with some kind of magic. They're not potions, technically. They are rather drinks that give you unique and often unpredictable qualities, though he guarantees no permanent harm will come from drinking these. So
them at least once.
Having engaged with him and spent a fair amount of coin on drinks, they decided to ask for his opinions on a certain red weed that they had collected on their way to Rivermeet, a weed that seems to be driving both people and animals into some kind of state of frenzy where they feel the need to attack, maybe even to eat any creature that they see. Having handed over some of the red weed to Baldwin, he failed his wisdom save with a natural 1 and was immediately compelled to consume some of this red weed. And that was where we finished the last session, with not the cliffhanger I was expecting. And so
it's all right though.
That is
We always manage.
That is where we are. You have all just seen him shove this stuff into his mouth and chew and promptly swallow.
So Mozart is standing right next to this man, and has just witnessed him ingest the thing that we moments before told him not to ingest. So I cast remove curse wallop and just clap him real hard on the back.
Can I get just you, Morzod, to roll initiative for me?
No.
This is not because you're about to try to kill each other. This is quite simply who does what first.
Right. Okay. Oh, crap.
Please roll high.
I've got to find.
Yeah, can I sneak in
again.
the initiative order at some point as well, like after Morzod, but potentially before Baldwin?
No active encounter.
Well, I want to know what Morzod rolls first.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just roll a number, like not even want to worry about?
On your
You can
character,
just do D&D Beyond.
on your character
Yeah.
sheet, initiative is just left of your armor class, above your actions.
Okay. I was just wondering if you want me to do it in Foundry or not.
No. Just do it on your character sheet.
Okay. 17.
17.
That's good. That's high. That's
Yep. He rolled a 14, but you go first. So that is
Alrighty.
good. So you are able to
Yep.
get
Curse
this
thump.
curse off, and you all see he eats, he swallows. There's a moment where he looks up, and you might be starting to see red, almost like blood, start to seep into his eyeballs, and then suddenly he gets whacked on his back, and he looks up, and immediately goes, he as you've seen before, and I've gone blurry.
You have.
Oh,
Hello.
Lean on
So-
the end.
so-
all the
focus.
focus issues.
Yeah. he coughs up what he, well, coughs up, retches up what he had just swallowed, and he goes, "Oh, that was disgusting. That was for a moment, it was the greatest thing I'd ever tasted. But that aftertaste, oh, what is that?"
The hells? Why'd you bring him out here for?
I didn't
Well-
say that you'd given him any.
To be fair, I thought that something like this might happen if we just gave him the red weed and then you gave him the red weed. So, you know.
Hey, can someone tell me what is this stuff?
Well, we don't know yet. That's why I was
I
asking.
Oh,
I assume that they gave you a rundown when you were in there.
okay. Well,
We did say not to eat it. I feel like I distinctly
Yeah.
remember saying,
Yeah, Mozart's got his hands on his hips.
Yeah,
But
you
we
know-
just told you not to.
thing is, I remember you saying that, but as soon as I touched it, I just had to eat it. That's weird.
Gloves,
well,
man.
that's good
Gloves.
to know.
Is it like magic?
That kind of checks out, though. Didn't the folk that we ran
we?
into?
Did we ever detect magic on it?
I don't know.
Well, I
just-
did.
Oh, Morzor,
I mean-
can't you tell good and evil? Does it
well-
work for plants?
Look, it's a curse. I can tell you that much.
So it's probably not good. Detect magic. Have we ever done that before on this thing? I don't know.
Detect magic. You
Have.
do
I
not
don't know.
get any magical aura coming from this red weed. You do get some coming from the drinks that you've just bought, of course.
Well, I mean, it's not magic. It did seem to be connected to, I assume, other blooms of the plant via its root system. When we ripped this one out of the ground, it went on for quite a while.
Bolshrin says, yeah, so this could be part of one big plant.
It could be.
It was like that thing when you're ripping up that nasty, that grass that comes in the long sort of strings, and you rip it up and it just keeps going. It was like that.
I'll take your word for that. Okay.
I had an
Yeah.
epiphany while I was driving today. Kakuyu is the name of the nasty runner grass.
Okay.
Because cooch is the soft, nice grass.
And he
Anyway,
says,
So we like.
grass things.
he says, well, okay, here's the thing. So I felt a real need to eat it. And then there was this, as soon as I tasted it, it was like the best thing I'd ever tasted in my life. And I just needed more. I needed to eat more. And then this guy hit me on the back. Why'd you do that?
Well, it's because there's a curse. I got the curse off you.
Right. Okay. And as soon as that happened, it suddenly stopped being the sweetest thing I'd ever tasted, and suddenly tasted like blood. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. If we let you go on it, I'm pretty sure you just started like bleeding from your eyes and stuff, because we've seen that.
Oh.
I will be naming it bloodweed.
Blood.
Is there already something called that?
I don't know. I don't know anything about plant.
I'm not aware of any bloodweeds out there.
All right.
Perfect.
There you go.
You will all be in the footnotes.
Okay.
That's writing.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay. Right here. He dashes back into his little shack and comes out with a jar with a lid and says, all right, let's put some in here. I'm going to do some tests, but I'm not going to touch that again. I'm not sure I want that controlling my mind. So,
I
Right,
can't get any more
We'll,
curses off today.
Ossie
so
will,
out of that.
with his gloved hand, snap up a little bit more of the bloodweed.
okay. He puts the lid on the jar, looks at it very carefully and says, yeah, that is strange. I'm going to say, it doesn't seem natural to me.
No, most plants don't give you a curse. Plants aren't inherently moral creatures.
All right. So, do need to know where you found it.
Where was
Well,
this one again? In the field?
yeah, that was
Sort
that
of
one was
everywhere.
just that one was
Yeah.
just between here and what's it called now?
Opportunity.
Opportunity. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But we've seen it
Normally
elsewhere
rolling
as
forward.
well.
But we have seen it. Yeah, up near the dig. Where was that?
Mirror's Reach.
Hey.
Mhm.
And didn't we see that super angry Diprotodon just outside of Providence?
That's
Yep.
right. It was
Yep,
just a bit,
just outside of Providence.
just a bit north of Providence. So it has.
Some short months ago.
And remember the druid in Fern Glen saying that they'd seen a possum that had eaten it.
Yes.
So
Clee had
it is.
witnessed it before.
Yeah, it is all through this eastern part of Keldrith, it seems. And he says, all right, well, I'm going
Wow,
to...
it's surrounding the area where the Blood Lake is on the other side. How coincidental.
Wait, Blood Lake? Is it Blood Lake?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I mean,
I'm
yes,
sorry,
worry
but
about it.
a
It
Blood
does,
Lake...
It does. Yeah.
Blood Lake sounds like something I should worry about.
It's a lake
It's
for
fine, it's not
blood.
here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
in
it's not
the-
here. It's in the Feywilds. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I've no intention of going there anytime soon.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Seems wise.
Unless you like trees that try and eat you and stuff.
Mm.
I mean, the bloodweed's bad enough. I did say plants don't have morality. I was speaking specifically of this plane.
Mm.
Hmm. Well,
I mean, that one just could have been hungry. I mean, do you really call that good or bad if it just wants to feed?
No, good
I
point.
call it bad if it wants to eat me. That's where I sort of draw a line, I think.
Did
I
lie
mean,
to
it
us
tried
for
to
that
eat-
unicorn illusion.
Did try. I mean, yes, it did. Well, I mean, I guess other animals do that too. Anyway.
all right. I'm going to take this into my home. I'm going to do some tests. Going to try and find out what's making it... I was going to say what's making it tick, but not sure that's really going to be a common turn of phrase in this world. What makes its heart beat?
There we
But
go.
it's a plant. Doesn't have a...
I'm speaking
Ew.
figuratively.
It could
It's
have
a
a heart.
metaphor.
Oh, maybe the big plant has a heart. Maybe it's live.
maybe it does actually have a heart. That's
Oh,
probably-
maybe the roots are like veins.
Well,
That's
it does.
I don't want to
Mm,
think about that.
It does taste like blood. So,
it's not great.
not a fan.
all right.
Hey, here, Ozzy, you're always eating plants.
You lot enjoy your
Oh, I don't-
drinks. And he disappears into his shack.
Just before you go,
You
Bolden,
should
did
tip
you
us if you
when,
find anything.
Oh, yeah. What?
when you spat up the weed, did you hear a voice that sounded a bit like this? And I've dropped into my Ash Ruith voice. From when Ash Ruith gave me shit for not being able to eat Dagmar, however many months ago that was.
He says,
You bitch.
no,
Yeah, right.
no, I didn't hear anything like that.
All right, never mind. Carry on.
It's really creepy the way you just did that.
Yeah.
He's got
I'm
all
going to
kinds
drop
of
into like
voices.
a
You should
child's
see
voice
these.
that I've heard before and just be like, that's not even the half of it.
Yeah, that's even creepier.
Yeah.
Goodbye now.
Yes,
Cova Fenn's voice.
before he goes in, I am going to advise that maybe he should let us know if he finds anything.
Well, I assume he's going to. We're going to stay here for a little bit, and then he's going to come back out.
And it says,
Oh, we're just gonna wait?
oh, look, this is science. You don't get science in like minutes or even hours.
I know
Yeah.
that. I'm not doing anything else.
Okay.
Oh, we are. We've got shit to do.
What have
leave a
you got
note
to
for
do?
us That the owlbear are plenty. I've got drinks. I've got a life.
Don't you have people to meet in Heron's Perch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not right now.
He says, yeah, I mean, this could take me days or weeks to, learn anything
Ugh.
about this.
Fine.
It's science. Science takes time.
Yeah, and
I
remember,
know
Ozzy,
that.
I am human, so like the clock
Oh
is
my-
kind of ticking here.
Oh my God, you're right. You're dying before our eyes.
There we go.
We
All
need
right,
to
off
show
we
him
go.
a good time. Leave
to
word
go.
for us at the owlbear are plenty, and if we're not around, she can just send it on to Providence.
Okay, I'll do what I can. Rain in summer doesn't let me in there anymore, but I
Oh,
can...
do you know what? Actually, if you go to the Coruscant Academy branch, just ask one of the wizards there to send a message to me.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
not sure they'll be much happier to see me, but they'll probably take my message at least.
Good.
Okay,
I mean, if he says for us, they'll probably let you in.
he disappears
Yeah.
back into the shack.
Oh, that was
Wonderful.
interesting.
Tastes like blood.
I mean,
Are
that's
Bloodweed
we-
the
is
reason.
a good sort of name.
I thought
true.
so. Yes.
It's nice.
Okay, I have to change that in all my notes now.
Yay.
Bloodweed.
I feel like Ozzy should be more chuffed than he because he just named something. He just
Hey,
he got
just made
to
a
do that.
scientific
He
discovery, my
yeah, he
dude.
got to do that
Did.
scientific thing.
I love that you
Wait.
got in there before Baldwin could.
Yeah. What else? What else are we gonna call it? It's a red weed that tastes like blood. What's our other options? Red
Not
weed.
without infringing on some copyright difficulties with H.G. Wells and
Red weed,
Who's the other
bloodweed.
guy?
I'm sure bloodweed's somewhere else too. But hey.
War of the Worlds is out of copyright, by the way. It's over
Woo,
100 years
do what
old.
we want.
But is the
iPods
musical the
invade the one in
musical
ours.
isn't?
The musical is not, but things that were in the musical that came from the book are still technically public domain. It's only if you copy anything that was original to the musical.
In respect to Jeff Wayne, I will not burst into the intro.
No one would have believed in the last
Here
years of
he
the 19th
goes.
century that human affairs are being watched from the timeless worlds of space. Anyway,
I drink my just for fun potion.
okay.
Let's go.
That is a way to get your Dungeon Master back in the game.
Mhm.
Okay.
Time to consult your spreadsheets.
First of all, Doug, please roll 1d8.
1d8, you say.
Let's go.
That is an 8.
Ooh,
I hope his hair just turns green again.
excellent.
That'd be nice.
No, I
Now,
want a different effect.
please roll. There are a few rolls here. 1d20.
Oh, no.
1d20.
Mm-hmm.
My 20 is a 16.
Okay. And finally, oh, I need to double check something here. Pretty sure it's a wisdom saving throw. So roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
15 total.
Sadly, I was wrong. It's a charisma saving throw, which is probably better for you.
Well,
Yeah.
So
Well,
let's try that.
maybe he'll roll a 1.
I rolled worse. I rolled a 5, so it's a 13 total.
hey.
Okay.
It's basically a 1 for him.
Right. Jeez.
All right. So, first, the 20, the 16 out of 20 means no side effects.
Oh.
I will send you a private message about what the
The best
the
kind.
failed
Whispers.
saving throw meant.
Oh, we failed.
No. That sounds fair. I usually feel like it's got to be like 15 or higher when they actually ask you to do a saving roll.
So I've DM'd you what happened just then. But finally, the actual intended effect of the Just for Fun potion, you all see Vatericus suddenly shrink down to about half his size as he decreases one size category. And he's now a small creature, about the size of a halfling. Even shorter than Dagmar.
Oh
Is
my
he-
god.
Is he scaled down or did he like chibify as well?
No, I believe that I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that increasing and decreasing in size generally includes all of your gear and you stay the same proportions and everything.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
so his eyes aren't like anime
Yeah.
eyes?
That would be kind of freaky though, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
Big Mickey Mouse
Um,
hands.
Dagmar is going to immediately pick him up in glee.
Oh my
What?
god, look at you. You're
What?
tiny.
Yeah, it's
You're
the
so cute!
he
for
got
reference.
real little.
For reference, it's as though enlarge/reduce has been cast on you.
Cool.
Oh, Marcus.
Well, this
Does
is the
he
worst
sound-
thing that could happen.
We can put you in a little put you in Morzord's front pocket if he had front pockets.
Not the worst idea in the world.
I have to
That'd be
get some
fun.
with pockets. That'd be alright.
How long do you think that's gonna
Yeah,
last?
baby Sling. Look, baby's real little.
Oh, imagine the cons you could do. You could
Mm.
grift people and pretend to be a baby.
You could
Or
be
you
a
could-
little
or-
child.
Ah.
Or he could
Ah.
ride on your shoulders, Dags, and you could wear like a big coat and be even like.
Oh, we can get into the theatre.
We could pretend to be normal sized Vatericus, but really, two of us are getting in for the price of one.
Normal
Brilliant.
size
With Harpoons in a
Vatericus,
trench coat.
but his face is like real tiny.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left Agatha at home. I can't bring her out and
Yeah,
hold her as
Ah,
a comically
that
large animal.
Oh,
is
But that's
a
drat.
shame.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
Hmm. Well, having seen this tiny viddy, Mozart wishes to join the fun. I also drink my just for fun potion.
Okay, I will need, again,
Mhm.
3 rolls from you. So first,
Yep.
a 1d8.
1d8. Go. Everyone, yes. To everyone. Roll. That's an 8 as well.
Okay, you actually have the same effect.
Ah!
Morzod
Ah!
becomes...
Hey!
Mozart's quite big, so now is he the size of
Oh
Dagmar?
man! No,
He's-
we're
He's
mini golf.
probably just a few millimeters short of Dagmar, because
Yeah.
Dagmar
This is the
is
greatest
still...
day of my life.
Because
Alright, so I
Dagmar is
gotta-
still a medium-sized creature, but pretty much as
Yeah.
small as a medium-sized creature can get.
So what else am I rolling?
Okay, a d20, please.
D20.
This is what being a parent feels like.
But our children are so cute.
Oh boy, that's
You're
a 3.
the same height. Now I'm just surrounded by little ones.
Excuse
Okay.
me, I am demonstrably taller, which makes me the mummy.
Okay, we will come back to that roll, Morzod. I will
Hey.
also
What else?
need a charisma saving throw from you.
Oh boy. Plus 11.
Yeah, there's a good chance you succeed on this one.
Yeah, but I
mean-
I rolled a 3. That's a 14 total.
If Atericus can fail a charisma check, anyone
14
can.
is actually just enough.
Oh,
Ah,
You were very lucky then.
oh man.
But
Plus 11. But the 3 side
the
effects.
3,
Let's go.
yes. Now, where is my side effects table?
All right, what am I rolling? Oh man, I'm excited. I love this shit.
Here we go. This is a D12.
A D12. That's a 10. That's a. Oh my god, where's the 12? There it is. That is an 8.
An 8.
8, burning 8. Oh man, what I get? What I get?
Okay. For the next minute, whenever Morzod speaks, you must shout. Now, it's okay, Zindi, I'm not asking you to blow out our eardrums.
Yeah, I will try to stage shout.
But understand, every time Morzod speaks for the next minute, it is at maximum possible volume.
But he's small, so it's like he's on helium.
And yeah, so you're tiny, and you are tiny and loud.
Tiny and yelling.
I love it.
Dagmar, if you hate... Oh, Lord almighty, I don't like this.
Vinny, check it out. I'm the same size as you, Vinny.
Dagmar is gonna put one arm around each.
This is really nice. I really appreciate
delight.
this.
Look
You're a
at
good
us.
friend, Dagmar.
We're Dax's lads.
Something's wrong with Vitericus.
You're all great friends. I love you all.
I really
Oh,
don't
shit.
like the energy that's been created in this space today.
He's acting real
Vitericus is being
cuddly.
sweet. I like
that's
it, but I'm
nice.
confused.
I mean, he's right though.
No.
Did you blow out your eardrums or something?
What?
Morzod's being very loud.
He
Yeah, he
sure
is.
is. Cool.
I don't know what you
well,
guys are talking about. I'm just saying stuff. But Vinny's
feel like
right. You're real
Glow-
nice, Dags.
Glow has flown off because she doesn't want to be a part of this.
Cool.
look,
um,
Dags will not be drinking her drink because this is too good of a situation.
Oh, Dagmar, imagine if you drunk it and then you shrunk.
I do not want to be even tinier. I want to be the big girl for however long this lasts.
That'd be really weird if you was even smaller.
You'd
All right,
straight up
so-
lose me.
What are we doing? Are we going back to town like this? Or are you all gonna... Am I gonna set you free in the field to run around for a little while?
I don't know that we need that this time.
I don't really like running. I could go home.
I like this Vitericus. Is anything wrong with him? Or is he just... Is like everything become clear for you, Vitericus, and you've just calmed down?
I think he's
Everything's
been-
fine. There's no
he's
problem
got a
whatsoever.
politeness spell on him or something.
There is just
No,
a
it's-
hint of like incredible stress in Vitericus's eyes as he's talking.
I can add
Oh.
Vitericus, you're probably aware of
Mm-hmm.
the effect that's on you.
Hence just the absolute strain in his eyes
Yep.
as things are happening.
Vitericus, Vitericus, I have a question.
Vitericus,
Oh, no,
yeah,
you go.
how old are you, Vitericus?
Let me check my notes. One moment. I'm 32.
Weird.
Holy shit, Vitericus can't lie.
Is that what's happening? Vitericus, do you absolutely love...
Can't lie.
Hang on. Do you absolutely adore my company? Come on. Let me know.
Mozart
I know,
doesn't know what's going on, but he's
Absolute
just chuffed
joy to be
tiny.
around.
The three of you are the closest friends I have ever had.
He's so clever about getting around the truth.
After you say
that's
that,
nice,
Boldrin Cloudpeak steps back out of the shack and says to Vitericus, hey, you there. Did you come here to steal my secret?
He heard about what was going on and he...
Depends on your secret?
About how I make my drinks.
Oh, no.
Good to know. Disappears back into the shack.
Well, this is
What's
a
on the-
good day.
Vitericus, do you
Oh,
have
yeah.
to answer us when we talk to you? Or can you just not say anything? Or do you have to answer?
No, don't tell him that.
I
No,
know
I'm
what
just
the
wondering.
spell says, but I always love Zone of Truth as a,
Hmm.
slightly compelled answer as well.
That's what I figured.
If not in the text of the spell, then at least because Vitericus just can't shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Even under the effects of a truth-telling spell. It's like, well, I don't think I'm compelled to answer, but you know me, I like to talk.
All
Too
right,
much,
out of-
perhaps. I get myself in trouble with my mouth.
Out of the three of us, who's your favorite?
That's
Come on.
so mean.
I want to know.
You're ferocious.
It's fun.
I like all of you for different reasons.
He's so
Aw,
good. He's
That's
so
a good
good.
answer.
Well, what's your favorite
this
thing
is
about
why
me?
he's a politician.
No. What's your favorite thing about me specifically?
I bet he says your hairdo.
And hair is nice.
I bet he says your hairdo.
The hair is nice, but I think it's your, general zest for knowledge or your pursuit of, higher things.
Acceptable
A
answer.
love of magic.
Hey,
Uh,
hey,
you-
Viddy.
I mean, you didn't
Yes.
tell me I was pretty, so I'm not really letting you off the line for that one.
I think you're pretty, and I don't even have a truth spell.
I mean, you are
Thank
pretty,
you.
but anyway. Damn it.
Viddy, do you want to ride on my shoulders?
Would you like me to?
I mean, it would be funny because I can't lift you as a human.
Let's do it.
I mean, you're still a human, but I can't lift you as a big boy.
Did you want to wear a trench
Excellent.
coat too and see if we could sneak into an adult theater or something?
Nah, we're already adults.
I mean,
They'd probably let us in to see. Oh god.
They'd probably
Also,
just think you're halflings.
well, that's true. Well, no, their feet aren't hairy enough.
Yeah,
Well, they wear shoes in D&D, don't they?
I think they do
What am I
actually.
thinking
I
about?
think.
Yeah.
I think it's
um,
up to the individual.
Yeah, I think.
I think there were some copyright issues with blanketly stating that they didn't wear shoes.
Oh, it's...
Yeah, look, Dagmar's going to grab Viddy and throw him on her shoulders.
Okay, and seconds after you do that,
Oh, no.
because the effect is only 1 minute, it wears off.
Ah,
It wears off, so Dagmar, you suddenly have full scale Viddy on your back. You can give me a strength saving throw to keep him in the air.
Oh my goodness. Pass it.
I hope I can just hold him normally.
Yeah,
That's a
just-
natural 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Yep. You
Bench
lift
press.
tiny Vitericus up. Shoom, he is his normal size, and you don't even flinch.
Ah, turns out I can carry you.
Way stronger than I thought you were. That's really impressive. Well done, Dagmar.
Okay, let's...
Thanks, this is so cool.
I don't want... Dagmar, I need you to not break both of your legs. If you could just put him down.
Am I about
That's
to
fine.
pop?
Dagmar's going to trot onwards.
Yep. Morzod is now back to regular size.
But am I still yelling?
Just double check what the duration was.
Oh my god.
Yes, and the yelling wears off because it was only for 1 minute.
Okay. Let's go! Whoa, that all right. That's finished now.
That was quite fun.
Good.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed
We
that
I'll
learned,
do-
immensely.
we learned so many things about each other. Wow.
Are you still telling the truth?
Seems like I am.
Huh.
That's
Well,
not great, but I
I'm
mean, I
not going
guess
to
if
be
you want something answered,
invasive
get your
and keep
questions in now.
pushing it.
Oh,
The truth thing has just like almost entirely gone over Morzod's head. He was too preoccupied being tiny and yelling. So he completely missed what was going on there.
well,
Well,
that was a
I've
fun
run
little
out of
aside.
questions.
Dagmar, are you going to be partaking in your
Yeah,
drink?
I'm good.
Dags, he didn't drink yours. You're gonna save that for later.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was liking you two being short too much, and now you're over it. Now I don't want to be the only one drinking it, so I'm just going to save it for a night when we're hanging out at home having a good time.
That's fair. I like that.
All
I
right.
like that
That
idea.
was
Excuse
fun,
me a
though.
moment, though. I'm just going to dismount real quick and go buy another just for fun.
Okay.
I'll grab another one for me while he's in there.
No dramas will do. What was it? It was 2 golds for
Yeah.
2 of them?
Yeah, 1 gold each for
Yeah.
the just for funs.
Oh, that's a good price.
My only regret is that I didn't find a way to also juggle Morzod.
That would have been a bit troublesome when they both popped.
I mean,
It would have
Dagmar,
been worth it, I think.
I can like learn a
Probably.
spell like that, you know.
What?
I mean, it's enlarge and reduce, right? It's a spell. I can learn that.
Oh, I thought you were like telling me you could teach me how to juggle boys, but that's fine.
I mean, I can in a different way, but I don't know if you'd appreciate that one.
Look, I will allow, Orsi, if he takes the time during downtime, to develop a Juggle Boys spell.
I think he already knows that one. It's fine.
Physically, Orsi.
Yes. I don't think you want to learn it. Oh, I'll tell you about it.
I'm just suddenly so interested to hear about
Positive-
your college days.
Positively
Wait, are you-
ribald.
Yeah, are you older than me? I forget.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm like in my early 30s.
Yeah, me too.
No, I think I might actually be 30. I think I'm 30.
You think you're 30.
I'm either 30 or 32. It's hard to keep track when you live in a hole.
I'm 32.
Oh, maybe I'm 30 then.
Wow, we're just learning so many things today.
He's ain't
I
even
mean,
had
I
a
have
drink
it written down, but my notes aren't with me.
Anyway, I mean,
30,
once the therapist,
32, one of them.
when you live for so long, what is it really? Anything, really, truly.
Right?
What? I don't remember what else we
Dagmar's
had to do
age,
today.
you put it on your character sheet. It's 31.
Hey, there we
Ah.
go.
Hey, well, you were between 30 and 32. Exactly 31.
I remember
Oh,
Or am
when
I
I was
yeah.
34? Wait.
out driving with a friend of mine at like
Check how old
midnight
Ozzy is.
in a small country town, and we got pulled over by a police officer, and he asked my friend how old he was, but then he looked through and asked me how old I was, because it was during that adults riding after midnight thing that they brought
Yeah.
in, and I was like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting you to ask that. What? How old am I? And he was like, you're 24. Stop. It was a weird moment because I legitimately
It's the same
could not-
reaction to any time someone tries to card me. I'm always like, when were you? How old? When were you born? I don't fucking know.
And
Mhm.
Orsi's age is 34 according to
34,
your
yeah, he's
according
34.
to your character sheet.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
I was
I
younger
am
than
older
you.
than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, Dagmar, you sweet
How
young thing.
old is Morzod? Because it's not on your character sheet.
Look,
He's
he's
12.
probably he's 12. This is like Knowles. They're just they
He's
grow
a handsome,
up real
like,
fast.
21-year-old.
Yeah, he's
No,
sounds like a young thing.
I honestly imagine him kind of sort of very late 20s.
Cool. I'll
But-
just check because
Good, it means we get to keep him for longer.
the description of half-orcs will generally say they reach adulthood at the age of 14, and they age
Yeah.
noticeably faster and rarely live longer than 75 years.
Yeah.
No,
It's all right.
Morzod has to be the exception.
Well, he's
I
gonna
mean-
be so full of Bruin Lucky holiness that he just kind of keeps going. One of those eternal.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
the power of. I'm not sure. Bruinlach's strength is in extended lifespan. In
Eternal
fact,
life. Yeah.
No, he's going to be
We'll just pickle
pickled.
him.
It's fine.
Yeah, in fact,
Yeah.
you actually get the
He's gonna be
distinct.
Keith Richards.
You get the distinct impression that Nessid Clathy, in taking the cup of Bruinlach away from him, was saying, "Look, this is going to kill you sooner. You are going to not live as long as
I
a
was going
god
to say,
should."
seems like the kind of god who would shave a couple years off your life.
Yeah.
But you'd have fun.
Yeah, just the whole. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Live fast,
channel
die
divinity,
young.
destroy liver. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what Bruinlach does.
Live fast, die young, leave a drop dead gorgeous corpse.
Leave a perfectly preserved corpse.
Yeah, that's
In
it.
a gutter in a city.
Oh man, maybe I could just become a beer lich.
I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't, I guess.
Okay. So, what are
I see.
the four of you
Jolliest.
doing now?
Jolliest
Well-
lich you ever met.
That was a fun little session we had. Well, I wanted to go buy a bottle of wine somewhere.
Oh, that was
Yeah, I
right.
was
we
gonna
was
come
gonna,
with you.
yeah, we was gonna go find a nice drop.
We did go
Go
to
buy
that
some
nice
wine.
winery last time we were here, didn't we? Was it?
Mm.
I think that was that here or was that further up the coast? When I say
remember.
coast, I mean riverbank.
It was
Yeah,
after the goblins.
you. That was in
It's on
Romsey,
the way.
because
Yeah.
Romsey is where the vineyards are.
We could take a day trip out to Romsey. I mean, the Titan can get us there, right?
I mean, I'd like
Yeah.
to. And buy direct from the source.
Be alright.
We could have another
We can take
bonfire
an
on the big.
excursion.
Hmm.
Oh, it's nice.
Shall we do that? I mean, I don't have anything else to do here. I'm still curious about that rock. I'm positive
I mean,
something's
yeah.
inside of it.
We basically came here for the rock, right? And
I-
we have
The rock
I
and
don't
a
know, so-
drink and
rock and
batshit.
drink.
cool. Yeah, we've done the drink. Have we checked the batshit?
There was no batshit.
That
There
was
was no batshit.
yeah. Good
Shall we
for-
try and blow up the rock to see what happens?
I would like to, but I do think we'd get in trouble.
Is that done that count as like vandalism?
Can we file some sort of like permit?
Maybe. I'm not versed in local bureaucracy, but I could learn.
Yeah, like, should we ask? Like, would the academy? No, not the academy. Who's the society? Would they know about that?
They might.
They seem like they need permits. They do dig sites.
Mhm.
I saw so much to dig as an explosion, though.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
mean,
could check in with the
digging-
collectors and.
You still got it.
Why are you checking in
Um,
with the collectors for?
Well,
Well,
weren't
they
they
might know
spits around
something.
here?
Hey, I
Are there any-
assume that Vatericus has like a sneaky in with them and uses them to collect information.
Is that true, Vatericus?
Or is going to give Vatericus a stern look to shut up.
Uh-huh.
I would really rather not answer that question at this point.
Okay,
Ah.
well.
Tried to help you.
We'll be having a chat about that later, so we will be.
It's a good idea.
Um,
Let's give it like another 6 minutes.
He says,
Then we can
looking
chat
at
about
his,
it all you like.
he says, looking at his bare wrist.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, look at the time.
Yeah.
Well, look at my wrist.
Yeah, look. I mean,
That's
should
a
we just
freckle, isn't it?
should we just tell the society that we're interested in the rock and what we think about the rock and see what they if they have input?
I mean, it's not that they wouldn't have input. It's just like, do they have the funds and the resources to dedicate to excavating a rock which doesn't really seem to be doing anything? I mean, it doesn't house artifacts or anything. I mean, it does float, which is very fun.
It does.
But
floating
not-
rocks aren't their thing.
It's not that it's not their thing, I suppose. It's not really a matter of archaeological importance, I suppose.
Well, in which case, I'm gonna circle back to let's just blow it up.
Well, but if
Once-
we detonate it, doesn't that ruin our batshit trade route with the Feywilds? Because if we blow it up here,
Oh!
it blows up there.
And the Feywilds, yeah, you'd kill a lot of bats if you did that, Dagmar.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good idea. Sorry. Yes. No, I forgot about that whole shtick.
I think after we've finished in Heron's Perch, we should all go on a trip to the volcano.
Oh,
Eh?
okay. Is that
Right.
related to the rock, or is that just a new idea?
Dagmar, you were the one who told me what the rock was made of.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Yes. Some sort of hardened pyroclastic flow or something.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll have more floating rocks there. Who knows?
Maybe they will have more floating rocks there. Maybe
Okay,
we can
well,
find out where the
yeah.
rock came from.
I mean, it beats standing around here not blowing up a rock.
My working theory is that all this molten rock formed around something and cooled. But how did it get all the way out here? The volcano's nowhere near here. Pyra's Heart, right? That's on the southern end of the continent.
Mm.
What do you
We've
reckon's in
wondered
it,
out of
Ben?
my depth of knowledge.
I'm not sure. I mean,
You
I
got
can
a
only-
guess, though. I can tell.
I thought it might not be magic. I thought it might have something to do with magnetism or ley lines or something. But if whatever that rock is made of, my detect magic spell might not be powerful enough to penetrate through it. Could be anything.
What do you,
It's still
what do
worth
you
it.
want?
It's
What do
worth
you
it
want
to
it to be? What do you think?
I don't
So,
really want it to be anything.
New
I
plan
mean,
is
that's a lie. I do want it to be something. I really want a floating tower. Right?
right. Yeah, no, you've mentioned this, and I think it's a great idea.
And besides, there's that elven citadel that floats. But no one there knows why it floats.
Oh, so you
related?
reckon there's something like floaty inside the rock?
Inside the rock, yes.
Interesting.
Is it the same stuff that the elven citadel is built upon? Did they get it from the same place? Is it from this plane? Is it from a different plane? Is Pyra's Heart, is the mouth of the volcano a portal? Like the Feywild's one? I don't know.
Do you reckon it's the stuff it's made of that makes it fly?
Could be. Could be a spell. I don't know. Look, have you ever been to a citadel before? If those nerds can't figure it out, then no one bloody knows.
Shall we continue our wild speculation in a direction?
We should. I'd like to go to the winery if no one else has any business to conclude here. Oh, did you want to catch the show of the play people or something?
I mean, what time of day is it? We probably can't just go into Rumsey now.
It's about 1 p.m. And so Romsey is about 12 miles from Rivermeet by road. And the airskiff can move... Sorry, the Titan can move at 6 miles per hour, so you
2 hours.
could be there and back in 4 hours.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, let's do a little trip.
Okay.
Cool. Is Dagmore taking
Dagmore?
the wheel? Not that
Dagmore
it's a wheel,
is
but...
taking the wheel.
Okay.
Oh.
She got renamed Dagmore when she carried a grown human man.
Yeah.
Dagmore.
Dagmore.
That's what she says when she wants another drink.
It is now.
As we take off towards Romsey and Zone of Truth wears off on Vitericus, the last thing he says, as sort of the capacity to lie reasserts itself in his life, is, Morzod, you have the most beautiful amber eyes I have ever seen. And then it breaks, and he's like, yeah.
Everyone's got a crush on Mozart.
Back to normal.
Vitericus, what's your real name?
Having missed the truth.
Well, that would be telling.
thing.
Oh,
Okay.
God, we should have asked that before.
No, I specifically didn't ask him because I didn't want to pry into someone's personal life.
I didn't, but I also wanted to know that.
Mozart's having a little moment because he didn't know that the truth thing was going on, so he's just been given a really nice compliment and he has no idea why. It's like, oh, really? It's really nice of you to say.
My
might
eyes
be
are
blushing a
coloured
little bit.
too, you know.
It's difficult to tell.
Are they? I hadn't noticed. Let me roll a quick deception check. That is a 17. That is a 5 on the die to lie
Okay.
to Aussie.
Insight from Aussie, please.
Insight. Oh, I never roll this. Oh, nat 20.
Oh,
Hey.
He-
Aw, you know he's
Vitericus
lying.
Definitely just lied to you.
Oh.
I noticed your eyes.
It feels comfortable when he lies.
You can
Sort
tell
of
me about it.
natural. Cool. Well, let's
Alright.
continue to lie on our way to the vineyard.
onward.
Okay, let's get perception checks from whoever is keeping watch as you travel.
I might short
Nice.
rest instead, if that's all right with everyone.
Go for it. Glow will
He
keep a
needs
watch
to
out.
recover.
Well, I seem to be down a couple of spell slots and stuff, so... Well, that's not going to come back, but I am also down some Bardic Inspiration, so...
17 for glow.
It does come back on a short rest. Remind me.
HP and some class features.
Yeah, short rest, you get health back if you roll hit dice,
That's right.
which you
Yes,
can
yes.
choose to do.
I will do that, and I'll also sort of just hum a sea shanty or something for Song of Rest
Cool.
as we go. So everybody gets... What does that give me again?
I love
Features
that
and
you
traits.
sea shanties.
Song of Rest. Everyone gets an extra D8
Nice.
if they rest.
Yeah, you know what? Mozart's gonna chill and do that too.
Well, as the driver, I shall just enjoy the tunes.
So how do I just roll a d8 or two? How does that work?
Yeah, so when you click on short rest, you can see you've got your hit die.
Ah.
Sitting there, you just mark off one of them, and then afterwards roll a D8 and add the modifier to it.
Hmm.
Except because I'm Song of Resting, you get 2. Or you get an extra 1 on top of whatever you spend.
Blinky blink.
That's my spell situation. Oh,
10
we'll
plus,
take a short
10
rest
plus
too,
2
actually.
is 12. I don't even need the thing. I'm full.
Okay.
Mozart's relaxed. He's enjoying the shanty.
I'll take some of that Song of Rest, though. Sorry, what was that? 2 hit dice?
So you get your normal hit dice and an extra D8 on top of it.
Oh, radical.
And I think this is a good place to for us to take a short break. So
Already? Wow.
we will be back in a moment to discover what Glow saw with that perception check.
Oh, I forgot about her already.
Be right back.
Okay.
And we are back. We have taken a short break, and some of our heroes have taken a short rest or in the process of finishing a short rest. And the question is, what did Glow see? And it's probably going to be a bit underwhelming. Glow sees a person walking on the road
Ew.
towards
Are they,
Rivermead.
are they frothing?
Let's see, Glow got a 17, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
With a 17 at this distance, Glow cannot tell whether they have red blood coming out of their mouth and eyes.
You said they were just walking?
They seem to be
Yeah,
just
they're not,
walking
like,
down the road.
Okay. They're not like skulking or zombie
Did he
shuffling.
have 7 wives? Is he going piss and eyes?
Bearded elf, yes? No?
Was he wearing shorts and tights?
It is not Fainothran.
Okay. Glow sees a dude. I don't know what you
A
want me to do with
dude?
that information, Glow.
Glow gives you a little whack on the side of the head with the wing.
Yeah, oh,
Just sort of going, look, you told me to keep watch. I'm keeping watch.
yeah. Sorry, all right. Jeez.
Dagmar will adjust the speed and position of the Titan on the road so that we don't run into said dude.
Good. Responsible Dags. I love it.
She loves her Titan.
Yeah, you don't have to
And-
scratch the paint job.
Doesn't want to randomly murder people.
Yeah. You gotta meditate that shit. Premeditate it.
Yeah.
I mean, were they? I assume they weren't walking in the middle of the road, were they? Were they walking off to the side of the road?
They were walking in the middle of the road, just because
I
they
would walk
had
in
the
the
road
middle of the road.
themselves. So why not?
I do that.
As you get close, you see it appears to be a human, bearded human, in just traveling clothes, but relatively comfortable and sort of middle upper class, but not super rich. Hey, look at me clothing. It's
Sensible traveling.
it is
clothing.
sensible traveling gear. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna just push on.
I mean, it's
Cruising by slowly.
The RPG player in me wants to get out and talk to him so badly.
Yeah, me too. But I'm trying. Do I stop to talk to random people in the middle of the road?
Well, that's it,
Clearly-
right?
clearly
And
we
we're on
can-
a
we can
quest,
just-
right?
Slow
Walking
down
quest.
and cruise. How's it going?
Oh, that's not creepy. Hey, babe. Hey, buddy. Where are you going? We're turning into
Need a
college
ride?
boys.
We
Turning
are
into-
slowing. We are slowing down, not in a creepy way, so we can nod friendly-ish at
Oh,
him.
yeah,
without being
passing.
weird.
The
Do
country
do
ways.
it. We're passing.
yeah, the farmer's wife.
So
Yeah,
that you know, if he has like a quest to fucking impart, he can do it. If not, it's not strange.
All right, let's just we'll slow down so we don't hit him.
Yeah, has the guy got any punctuation? Is there an exclamation mark over his head?
Is it green?
That's how you know.
As you get into close enough that you can sort of communicate with the raised voice, but without screaming, this guy sort of looks up at all of you and says, "Nice ride."
Thanks.
Pretty good,
Thank
Shame you're not going the other direction. My legs are killing me.
well,
We're going back there in a couple of hours.
Ain't that just the way?
Oh. Well, if I'm still walking when you head back, I wouldn't mind a lift.
Oh yeah, I can slow down for you.
Yeah, we could arrange some kind of service.
if we were still going, this seems to have been far too much conversation.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
should-
you're
Yeah.
you're
Right,
now
it's really
past
tugging,
him, and
really.
he's
Yeah.
you're talking over your shoulders.
Chuck us a coin if we catch you on the way back.
Yeah, maybe, Fred.
So I didn't hear that.
Do I
Uh-oh.
get time to detect magic before we speed off into the sunset?
It is a bit late for that now.
Damn it.
Hordes of necromantic energy coming.
Yeah, just a lich.
Road lich.
On a
Yeah,
scale
Red
of
Lid.
1 to 10, how evil do people consider you to be?
I have to start asking. It's just like Ash Ruth in disguise or something.
Just be like, would you say that you are a hag in disguise?
Do you like evil?
War.
Do you like
war?
that shit?
There's a turtle on its back. No.
So
Do you return the shopping cart when you finished your shopping?
Yeah, because you get $1.
In this world, yeah, you get your gold coin back.
Gold coin to run a freaking shopping
Yeah, run
trolley?
it-
I
it's-
think not. That's
The
going to be
wizard,
a copper maximum.
the grand
the cost
wizard
of living
Audi
really did go up.
is very expensive.
So you
Uh,
use
so-
ways just to get in.
you pass the stranger on the road and continue the rest of your voyage to Romsey without incident.
We better not get back to dang Rivermeat. Rivermeat's like made of glass or something.
It's just a crater, and this one guy standing
Yeah.
in it and saying, "I thought you'd never get here."
Damn it.
He's already blown up the rock, and we're like, fuck.
Oh no, not my rock. That guy didn't look like one of the pirates we were looking for, did he? Like, absolutely not. Probably not in that outfit.
One of the pirates you're looking for?
The one
Remember?
that left.
The one that got away.
Ah,
Yeah.
I feel like David's reaction makes it clearly not.
That it probably wasn't. I
Sorry,
just
So-
what?
wanted to
I set up
double-check.
a pirate?
There was a pirate.
no, it is not the third missing individual from.
Okay. Just
opportunity.
checking. Just checking.
That's a halfling, by the way. Female halfling.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. All pirates look the same to me. I don't know.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a missing female halfling?
I mean, just before.
Thursday's
Is that
you-
a
by
you
pirate
two-
blouse or a normal blouse? I can't tell.
Exactly. Stripy pants and a flowery shirt. Yeah, it's pirate. I mean, just before you guys were the size of Dagmar, if we'd have put two of you together and put you in a coat, you would have looked like regular size human.
They
Like,
were
who knows?
So cute. I am going to treasure that moment for the rest of my life / the next 80 years. I guess I'll treasure it for the rest of your lives.
And then it will become too sad to think about.
You guys are
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
We are going to miss you guys when you go.
We'll make a memorial wall in like Orsi's tower.
Oh, that's fun. We could do that. Yeah.
Polish my skull and put it somewhere.
Oh,
yes.
yes!
If you want.
Sorry.
Yeah, we can do that if you. Yeah, no, we can do that.
I have a bag I can keep you in.
Arrange
I don't
my
know.
two
I don't
rocket
know
cards.
why. Every time we talk about this, it feels like Dagmar, you're moving in with me, and I just want to be really clear. That's your, we're not roommates.
Just assumed I would visit sometimes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You can visit.
I
Morzo,
guess
did you
Morzod,
want
they're gonna have
your-
to take one of us each, right?
Yeah, Morzo, did you
Yeah.
want your skull in a dwarven basement or a wizard's floating tower?
That's a really weird question. I mean, if it's my skull, I really prefer it's like if I'd want to have lost it in a big fight. So someone
Right.
real.
What are you doing with your? What are you doing with your mortal remains? Have you thought about what you're doing
no,
with
if
them?
if I've lost it in a big fight, then obviously whoever's beat me is keeping it. That's how
Oh,
it
is that how it
works.
works? Oh,
Yeah.
my mistake.
He's got
I'll
my-
find them, I'll beat them, and then I'll take you back, and I'll look after you
Alright,
very
that works.
nicely.
You make a big
Terracus, I'll
chair
put you on a pillow.
with skulls on it and
Perfect.
such.
Thank you.
I'll put
I
diamonds
fully
in your
intend
eye
to not die
sockets.
in combat, so I'll be easy to collect parts from.
Oh, I could put you on a shelf next to Agatha. How lovely.
Yes, with a bit of soundproofing, please.
Oh, sure. Well, hopefully
As-
she won't
well-
be talking to your remains.
Well, I suspect I may
Agatha,
still be
not
a
Helga.
shade given some of the
Yeah,
problems
Agatha.
we've. Oh, Agatha's fine. Agatha and I can cuddle, but Helga is going to be.
Oh,
a bit of a
Helga will
thing,
be.
and-
I think we should get
Helga,
Helga
give me the glass jar.
now. I think now we should get Helga a silk pillow and a bell jar with a silence spell on it.
Yeah, I think that would be nice for her.
I think she should have a little rest.
I feel like even if you do that, she'd be having a horrid time though. She's never real pleased to be awake.
No,
She's
well,
having a hard time in general.
suffering absolutely eternally. Was it when I detected magic on the circlet, or did I try to send a message in her and I got all those horrible flashes?
That was,
I think
that was-
identify, wasn't it?
I think that was
when you,
identify,
yeah, that's when you identified and
Yeah.
saw the history of
Hmm.
the circlet itself.
Yeah.
I
Like she's
wonder-
tormented eternally, but we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
just, like,
absolutely.
make it occasionally slightly less horrific.
Well,
I
that's what
mean,
was
if we
thinking, right? Could we,
truly
could
wanted
we
Yeah,
to put her
put
out
a,
of her misery.
could we put a healing spell in the box with her, or in the bell jar with her? Does that help?
I feel
I
like we'd
think
have to
I've-
take the circlet off, and then Helga would be no more, which I'm pretty sure that's what she wants.
I think she's a
Yeah.
bit past healing, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, but some kind of tank of. I don't
Oh,
know,
like a
Bacta?
calm. I don't
You'd
know
have
if a
to-
calm emotion spell's going to do much for when
You'd
you're
have
an
to
eternal
find-
screaming head.
You'd have to find the rest of the bits of her. You can't just make him out of nothing.
We should
mean, we
pipe
could
in some
resurrect her, right?
soothing music.
Resurrection.
Take the
As much
take
as
the
I know
circlet
about
off,
holy magic. Yeah.
resurrect what's left of her.
Do we want to though? I mean,
Comes back as
She
a
seems pretty
dragonborn.
bad.
You just gotta
Maybe
have all the
just-
bits. I'm
maybe
pretty
eternal
sure you-
rest. Oh, there are more powerful resurrection spells, more swords. Sometimes
Oh.
all you need is a name
Ooh.
Do we know
and
her
a
name?
willing soul.
Mm.
If she told me, I wasn't listening. I was kind of confronted by the devil that was being summoned and then being forced into a tiara.
You do not know her actual name.
You
Which
always
is-
try and. Do you
which
think
is-
if I could send a message to the devil in the tiara, it would work?
Maybe.
don't- I
Again,
don't-
do you want to give a devil access to your brain?
What's it gonna do?
I don't know. I mean,
Devil-
it seems like it's doing something pretty fucking bad now.
No, wait. She made some sort of deal with that devil. That's how they work, right? Devils
Oh,
love
so we have to-
contracts.
You have to invite it in, like some kind of
I think that's
vampire.
vampires.
I definitely
think
didn't
that's
read about
vampires.
in a dwarven romance novel.
Do you have vampire novels?
We have all sorts of novels.
There's no sun underground. Aren't vampires just there all the time then?
I don't know of any.
Oh my god, are they dwarven vampires?
I mean, probably. They don't
they really?
discriminate racially, do they?
I don't know.
I have heard some vampires think dwarf blood tastes a bit too earthy.
Very
Probably-
iron rich, I imagine.
Probably one
I
of them
mean, you'd
acquired
think
taste.
that we'd
you'd think.
be. I mean, surely they like iron. It's very bloody. I don't. I don't know.
I mean,
Do
I
you-
guess it's like wine, right? People will have their preferences, and
Do you
so
think a
will
vampire
unholy
could eat
creatures of the
the?
night.
Do you think a vampire could eat the bloodweed?
Oh,
Huh,
maybe.
interesting. Is it actually blood? Did we
I
establish?
don't
Well, I
know.
mean,
Well, we
Figure
can't
that
try.
out.
It just tastes like blood.
Doesn't a vampire already want to eat everyone?
Do we know any vampires? Can we find one and ask?
I don't know. Have we
do
seen
we?
Ezid outside during the day?
Yes.
Have we? No, we have. We have.
He was in the
We've
courtyard.
seen
okay.
him in daylight.
He was at the tower with
multiple
us
times.
that one time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do we know that
His office has a
vampires?
window.
Do we know that vampires actually exist, or do we only know the legend of vampires existing?
You would. There is reason enough to think that, yeah, there are probably vampires out there. But
Okay.
at the same time, anybody who says, I met a vampire, you're probably going to doubt them.
Right.
X to doubt. Okay. Well, let's put. Do you think a vampire would go crazy? Do you think is it a curse? No, I don't know how
Is
vampires
it?
work.
Well, I don't know about vampires, but I know the bloodweed's a curse. At least.
Bloodweed's a curse. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? If vampirism is a curse, I don't know what it is. Is it like a double curse? Could you be twice cursed?
Maybe.
In the books I've read, it just involved a lot of kissing.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Pointy
how.
kissing, but still kissing.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of kissing.
What happens if we feed the bloodweed to Aunt Helga?
I did
He doesn't.
consider that. I
No,
think the answer
we have
is
talked about
bad.
this. He doesn't have a stomach or a vascular system or like blood flow.
No, but Baldwin just touched it and went crazy. So
No, he ate it. He ate it.
well, no, he touched it, went crazy, and ate it. So what
Yeah.
happens if we just like rub it on our gums?
I mean, I think the outcome.
I feel
would be
like that's
bad.
just. I do feel like that is just really torturing someone who's already really tortured.
Because
To
he
be
fair.
said,
I mean,
fair,
it just-
she did
it felt like
seem
the
to have
scientific thing to
deserved
do.
it.
I know, but like if she does, go gaga for the bloodweed and then she can't eat it, do you think she's just going to be forever eternally like also suffering from the devil's contract and then also going like crazy inside her head for the bloodweed?
Yeah, that's probably not great, is it? Never
Baldwin
mind.
did say that he really wanted it when he touched it. So yeah, that would
Exactly,
be-
and she can't.
yeah,
There's nothing.
That will be real nasty. Actually,
I didn't like
yeah,
look
that's-
very closely at her neck stump, but I don't. You know, I
I
don't wanna
feel
deal with
like
that.
it's a nasty thing, and we probably shouldn't do it to her.
I think
No,
I
that's
do
fair.
think I think we do need to morally draw a line in the sand somewhere, and feeding rage-inducing bloodweed to an eternally tormented, decapitated head might be where I say let's take a step back.
At least when we're in a car and not in some sort of laboratory where it looks legit.
Yeah, and without with Morzod already having burnt through a lot of his higher level magic for the day, it's maybe a bad day to do it. Fair.
I
Never mind.
couldn't pull off another curse if I tried.
I feel like we need to bring Helga to like a, I don't know, who's a really nice god. All of them have been dicks so far, except for Gemdana. So far, Gemdana, other than striking me with lightning personally, really hasn't done anything that bad.
Quite like Brian. I think Brian's a nice one.
I
don't think
wouldn't
that he's a
bring. I
useful
wouldn't bring.
one.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring Helga to Brian for healing.
Yeah, in this sense.
Zindia just sent you a message.
Is it if you want to leave these monsters?
Just alignment things.
Just morally, let's all chill out.
It's Morzod just decides to purify the world and remove these 3 wicked influences from his life.
Or just
Hey.
like we're all chatting and then suddenly Morzod's not there. I'm like, what happens? Like Morzod's just fleeing.
We're all gonna get
it's just-
divine smited.
Divine
Yeah.
smite to the back of Atericus's head.
Just the gif
mid-conversation.
of jumping out of the moving car. You all
Just a gentle smite.
arrive at Romsey.
Wonderful. I
It
want
is
wine.
now mid-afternoon.
perfect.
Mid
Lovely.
getting onto late, sort of 3 in the
Get to
afternoon.
golden hour, kind of.
Not quite yet.
Morzod, are you gonna pick up a drop? Pick up a bottle?
Oh, absolutely. Morzod actually probably would have a decent idea of what kind of drops are here because he would have been asking at local places.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does. So
And
Well,
you
Morzod,
yeah, and
wonderful. You're my sommelier for the evening.
and you've all been here before, so you do have a pretty good idea now of where to go. And I'm not going to make you roll for this. You get
Roll for wine.
basically as much very nice wine as you're willing to pay for.
If you could
grab
find something, well, hang on. If you could find something with a floral note, please.
Morzod can absolutely put his head together with a What is the word for somebody who owns the vineyard?
Vintner?
Vintner.
Vintner. Yep.
Yeah. Well, Mozart, yeah, absolutely put his head together with the vintner, and actually, if you were overhearing it, like hearing the glass swilling beret wearing words that are coming out of Mozart's mouth is a bit of a weird ass disconnect because he does speak wino.
He is a sommelier.
I do not speak wino, so I'm not going to roleplay this.
Yeah. We're just gonna say they spoke wino.
And so
Floral notes.
fancy.
Rosés are good.
Yeah, hints of cranberry.
No, actually, I'm slightly less interested in the fruit tones. If we could go like kind of woods and flowers, that's good.
Dagmar is going to lean into Vitaricus and ask if he wants to go halvesies on like a big thing of Pinot.
Just a barrel.
I don't know
How
what
much-
like,
How
something
much
like that.
cargo? Yeah, how much
Perhaps you could
carrying?
affix an entire barrel of your wine to the Titan, Dagmar. Wouldn't that be nice for you?
That'd be quite good. I think
I don't-
Morzard and I would
Are
appreciate
we
that.
are we about to invent drinking and driving? Oh no.
I think we are.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I'll go halvesy
Anyway.
on a couple of nice bottles or something. That's fine.
I just want the most expensive and the fanciest one, please.
I like a red. That's as far as.
How DM? How much is the most expensive fancy floral?
Most
Hickory notes.
expensive, most fancy.
This
Well,
one.
that could be
Let's
very expensive.
Let's
This
go.
reminds me. How many of you guys have seen Bunraku?
No.
Like Bunraku Theatre?
No, there's a film called that. It's got Ron Perlman in it and Gact.
I've only seen Bunraku Theatre.
But anyway, I think it is Gact who goes into the bar and says, "Just get me anything." So the barkeep gives him the absolute top shelf $500, like terrifyingly
Gact can
expensive.
afford it.
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, and then charges him for it, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Well, you said get me anything, so."
Okay, this is
I
going
mean,
to
yeah,
be
I'm rich enough. Let's go. How much?
the wine. The best wine you find is 20 gold pieces, which is actually a pretty good price because
I
you're
thought you were
buying
going to say like 20,000.
no, because you're buying it from the source essentially, and it's not
Sell
aged,
it
and
door
it's not that aged, and it's not in someone's private collection somewhere, and you know they're still building a reputation out here at Romsey.
Oh, local, supporting local business. That's me. I'll take
Buy
a
small.
bottle of the finest one you have. 20 gold.
We'll
20
take
gold
several
seals.
bottles of your most average wine.
Actually, Morzod,
in
you
red.
Morzod would probably know that there will be people who will turn their nose up at local wine. They would want the really good stuff from from
good
back home.
Gucci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But whether their opinion matters is another matter.
Yeah, Morzod thinks that those people have rocks in their heads.
Has to come from the Champagne region of Talras.
Otherwise, it's just sparkling flower water.
Sparkling consequences. To be proper D&D, it has to come from the campaign region. So, yeah.
Otherwise,
Anyway.
it's just sparkling RPG.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, look, Morzod would absolutely be encouraging for actually a nice drop, not a famous or like, you know.
I mean, Morzod, whatever you recommend, I'm going to buy.
Yeah, so like the most expensive one that they've got, obviously, you've picked up one of those, but I feel like DM roll for something sort of middle to high that Morzod goes, actually, I think that one will be really nice.
Okay.
As far as how much it costs.
Yep, I'm basically rolling D10 plus 10, and it's 18. 18 gold.
Yeah, so not quite the most expensive one, but Morzod is tipping that one.
I'll take that one too.
2? You're getting both?
Why not?
It's just money.
It's just gold. We'll get more.
Yeah, and he's having a good time. It's worth it. Morzod is 100% behind this.
That's fair.
Dagmar is mentally just keeping a tally of Aussie's finances in her head for later.
I like how you've just become an accountant.
Someone's got to do it.
That's true. But just like that, you were initially like, ugh, accountants, but then like actually, yeah, you just got
They're becoming their parents. Like,
Mhm.
they're
you
at that
got
age.
You got that thing like I do, where it's just like, yeah, I know, but also maths. I love maths.
Right. Well, that's me. I've done my shopping. Oh, can I have those packaged up, please? Thank you.
They do gift wrapping.
Yes. I mean, don't they?
Do they?
Surely.
I don't know.
They do not, but they improvise something. And it
Oh,
looks
perfect.
fine.
Dags is gonna tell Morzod to pick out something nice for us to drink on later, perhaps to keep on the Titan, but not
Are we
for the
staying-
driver to consume.
Are we staying here for a while? Are we going to do like a beach chill session, or are we headed back to
Okay.
town?
Beach episode.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
mean, we can, or we could just head back and watch the show.
If you leave
It's up to you
now,
guys.
you will be back in Rivermeet. The sun will still be setting when you get back, and the show will not have begun quite yet.
If we
Well,
want to catch the
that'll
show, we
also-
should probably leave.
That'll be good timing, yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to see how far that guy got along.
yep. All
All
in
right.
favour.
Well, grab your barrels, whatever it is you're getting.
Alrighty. Oh,
Are you guys
Okay,
getting
so,
barrels? What are you doing?
Yeah, I was going to say, we going halves, Dagmar? What are we? Oh, sorry, Brynhilda, what are we doing?
Yeah, Morzod, pick us out something.
Alrighty.
Fuck.
Mozart would pick out for them something like real lively and fruity, something with a
Mhm.
bit of a
Mm.
bang.
Mm.
Okay, is
We'll
this
get that in either a 12 bottle or a sort of cask.
okay? It'll be a
Yeah, so-
cask,
Ah,
and
get the Dune bag.
I'll
Yeah,
call
boy.
it 10 gold
North.
because
Oh
you
my
were
gosh,
paying
we're
for
going to invent
quantity.
Goon of Fortune.
You're paying more for quantity than quality at this point.
Yeah, cool. I'll pay
fine.
for that, and then
Yeah, something springy, but not
politely
Toff-
ask Morzod to load it
toffee.
because I'm not going to do it.
Yep. He looks gorgeous, hefting a cask, and you know
He
He-
sure does.
Okay.
he ripples gently.
You're coming over to my side of the fence, I see.
Mozart's free. He's like Vin Diesel. You're allowed to.
Having other people do things for you, I mean.
Ah, yes. That makes way more sense. I mean, I've been doing that for ages. Do you not remember the zombie boat before we even got here? I got
No.
Morzod to open the sort of
The answer is no. None of us
doors
remember it.
below. That's fine. Never mind. Getting people to do stuff is literally my life.
That was session 0.5, which was not broadcast.
Was.
So if viewers are having trouble remembering too, it's okay. You never
Yep.
saw it.
That's the DLC.
My
I
internet
am-
went out during the fight.
I'm also having trouble remembering it, so it's no trouble. Right, shall we
Yep.
push off?
Onward.
Let's push.
Okay.
Is there any tea in this region?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Did I go tea here?
There is tea. Romsey is not known for its tea, but there are definitely places in Rivermeet that have a little
Romsey
more
tea.
specialized tea. Locally grown things. There's a lot
Alright.
of farms, a lot of agriculture around here.
Remind me to go get some tea leaves as well before we leave.
What kind of conditions does tea grow in? Oh man, now I gotta go on a rabbit hole sometime.
What's that? Like usually kind of like cool, temperate mountain kind of areas where the air's a little bit drier. I went tea
Yeah.
picking when I was in Japan.
Oh,
Most-
cool.
Most tea production has been in humid areas with
Hmm.
rich acid soil and high rainfall.
you go.
The Tarth again? Does Tarth have tea as well?
Oh no! That's where
Probably.
they get the bubble tea from.
Mhm.
They've
With
got
tea, coffee,
tapioca and tea.
and avocados. Just everything's in Tarth.
That's why they're so rich.
There is
bubble tree.
There will be
Evil
tea
bastards.
in the grown in the southern parts of the
There
continent
will be
of Gard.
tea.
There will
Okay.
be tea.
All right, shall we head off?
And so
Catch the-
Should we get you some tea and head for the Titan?
Oh, we can. Well, we have to go back to Rivermeet to get tea, so we'll head there anyway.
All right, yes. Well, let's skedaddle.
Okay.
Back
Off we
in the car.
go.
So 2 questions. First of all, who is keeping watch, and is Dagmar drinking?
Yeah,
Close.
most of we'll watch this time, and we're not drinking.
while she tries.
Yeah,
I will
not
also keep
yet.
watch.
Mozart's definitely feeling refreshed after having winoed for a bit.
Okay.
Dagmar is aware of how she can't walk straight when she drinks, so she's not going to do that to the car.
Very
Oh,
good.
good on her.
14 for glow.
14.
Where it's perception are we rolling?
Yes, please.
Alright.
26 for Vitericus on the perception check.
Oh.
Perception. There it is. 9. Just chilling, looking at things go by.
As-
Moisturized, relaxed, in his lane.
Cool. So as you drive down the road or hover above the road, fly slightly above the road, you see some of the wildlife you're starting to expect to see, that you're all getting used to. You see a few diprotodons in the distance. You see a herd of again, you see a herd of Mudabarasaurus. There seem to be a lot of them around.
Lovely.
You briefly see a Deinonychus again.
Uh-huh.
But they seem to be largely keeping away from the road itself. The road has a reputation for, hey, these strange human things move down that way. Let's just leave them alone.
Valid.
Yep.
As you approach Rivermead, so you can see the colossal stones standing in front of you, you estimate you're only about 5 minutes out. This is when you see the gentleman you encountered. He has almost reached his destination as you have caught up with him.
Perfect.
Would it be
slow?
Vitericus is
Would
the
it be
first to
weirder
notice.
to offer him a lift, or weirder to just keep driving past him with like a little psych?
No, I'll signal Dagmar to slow down, and as we approach us, we're like, "Hey, still need that lift?"
And he'll say, "Oh no, I'm almost. Actually, yeah, if you don't mind."
Sure.
Do we have a thing for him to climb up? Do we have what would you? A
I'll
dicky
just
seat.
hand up.
Dicky
grab
seat.
his
That's the word
shoulder
I was
and-
thinking.
Doink.
Detect magic.
He will climb aboard. You do not detect any magic on him.
Pussy has lost all interest.
It climbs up and says, "Oh, cheers. So where'd you get this?"
Oh,
We
we
got
got it.
State
It was
secret.
given to us. Oh, and a
Got it
secret.
on loan
Oh,
back in Providence. Yeah.
oh, Providence. Oh, I've never been here. Does everyone have these down there?
What do you mean
No.
you've never been here? Where are you from?
No, Providence.
yet.
No, Providence. That's down to the south, isn't it?
Hey.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where else is around? This place isn't that big. It's full of month stuff. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm here from Heron's Perch.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah, just
Fancy
doing
that.
a bit of research and heading back there now.
Oh, what's you researching?
Oh, well, I'm could say religious studies. I'm curious about the gods, the history of them, why they seem to be tied to this part of the world. Maybe even trying to learn a few about the few gods who haven't awoken yet, and maybe learn about where they are. So I was just doing a bit of research. I'd heard about some ruins out near Mira's Reach, but I couldn't really find anything in there about the Pantheon. Apparently, there's this big like a ton in there that's got a Burin luck on it, but he's already returned, so I'm not sure that's really I'm going to learn anything else from that.
Good job.
Mm.
Good job.
Insight check?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess likewise.
Buzzard's just straight up conversing.
As soon as
20.
he mentioned researching an interest in gods, Dags turned a stank eye on him.
25.
16. Oh, wow.
Ooh. Okay.
11.
You do think he's being genuine. He is interested in learning about gods. Vitericus, you'll be aware of a group, a faction called the God Seekers, who they're not just sort of theologians or scholars. They are people who, for whatever reason, the motives vary from one person to another, but they believe that gods should be exposed, that everybody has a right to know which gods are living among them and where. And the way this guy's speaking, you get the impression that he's not, it's not just an academic interest in gods. He is looking for gods to expose them, but he's wary of saying that so clearly and plainly.
So I assume I'm not really seeing the symbol of the God Seekers anywhere on his outfit.
No, you're not.
Cool. Excellent. Ah, well, there you go. What was your name again? Sorry. I'm Emmanuel, and these are my companions.
Is my name is... No, that's silly.
Silly. That's a great name.
Wow.
Silly.
No, that's Illy.
Silly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew it, silly.
that's
It was
Illy.
short for Siliona.
It says, my name is Steldan.
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 I'm going to call you Stelly.
Stella.
Dagmar, they're not. He's a human, right?
He is, yes. A bearded human.
Dagmar, they're not pets. You can't give them nicknames as soon as you meet them.
Sure, I can.
You
Right.
know what? I can't argue with your logic. Never mind. Please
Seems fair.
excuse me.
So Steldan, is there any particular god you're on the trail of at the moment? Like, are you tracking down Bruinlark?
He says, "Oh, I mean, all gods interest me, to some degree, of course. But I am most interested in the ones who are missing, the pre-cataclysm gods who've not awoken. So
Why?
obviously, well, what happened to them? I mean, it's a
I
great
don't know.
mystery, isn't it?
I
Is
suppose.
I mean, Yengua. This is David drawing a mental blank. Hang on. He says,
Check
you
his
know,
own world notes.
Yengua, Dasha und Dreg, which Vitericus would actually impress you a little bit, because not many people remember or have heard of Dasha und Dreg.
Mhm.
Yeah, it says Esten Lenethweer Staud. Of course, I'm especially interested in Staud, his, the god of knowledge, intellect, and wizardry just disappears. So of course I want to know. I want knowledge about the god of knowledge. Who doesn't? Who wouldn't want that? And
Died.
Oh, well, apparently he's dead.
yeah.
Maybe.
Orzord. I mean, Dagmar. Sorry.
Okay.
Brunhilde.
What's your source on that?
Brunhilde. Oh, wow, there's so many names on this boat. Do forgive me.
I didn't say definitely he died. I just said maybe he died. I
Ah.
mean, if they all disappeared, then probably they just straight up died, right?
Well,
I mean,
that's
have you tried praying? That seems to work.
Well, I'm not sure that I'm convicted enough in my. I'm not a worshipper, so to speak, and I'm not sure I'd warrant an answer. So that would hardly be a reliable method of determining whether a god still exists.
Not so much
Into one once that I
worship.
don't worship, and he answered.
Not
That's
so
pretty
much worship as believing. You don't have to like them to really believe they're there.
I gather you're a believer yourself.
Oh yeah, I believe.
I mean, he's a cleric, so
Ali now.
No, not that any of them know that.
No,
Yeah,
that's
we
Yeah.
don't know. We don't know that.
By this point, you have arrived at Rivermeet, and you'll say, "So where you? I gather you lot don't live in Rivermeet. Where are you staying?"
Oh, we said it over the owlbears.
Oh, me too. Excellent. That's where I stayed on
Oh,
my way
good.
out. So it seemed to be a nice place.
fairly lively place. We enjoy it there.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll-
they
Same for
have
the
good
entertainment at
plays.
least. Mm-hmm.
Right,
Where
well,
in Heron's Perch you from? Are you like officiated with like the academy or something? Who are you with?
oh, no. I'm just
Society?
no, not the society. No, I just how does this private scholar, I guess I would say.
Ooh, privately
I
funded
know
scholar.
a few private scholars, Viterica says, making the symbol of the collectors somewhat subtly during the conversation.
He does not seem to respond to it.
Cool. That's all right.
I also know several private funders of terrorists. What they're wonderful, aren't they?
They can be. They can be. They're not always entirely trustworthy, but you know, this is the challenge of working with individuals rather than organizations, right?
I just like getting money.
I mean, that's fair. That is fair.
So are we all heading into the tavern, or
I guess.
What's
I mean,
Heron's
we do have
Perch?
to.
Into the owlbears.
I'm not done asking about Heron's Perch. What's Heron's
We do have
Perch
to park
like?
the Titan.
Well,
Is it-
Denver parking the tank, the Titan. That's what she's concentrating on.
Yeah, he will
Don't touch the
explain.
hay.
Heron's Perch is it's much smaller than Talras, for example. But
well, that's a given.
yeah, it definitely has the stamp of the Kingdom of Talras on it. It feels it feels very much like a
Lovely.
the outpost of a colonial empire.
Oh, Satellite City, how wonderful. Oh, so keen to go back.
Yeah.
It says there is the Coruscant Academy does have a school in there.
Of course.
And he will say it's
a palace, right? Is there a palace? There's a palace there, isn't there?
oh there is he will say there is the governor's manor.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, the governor is of course the local regent for all intents and purposes, representative of the monarchy on this side of the world.
Ah, sounds so dreamy. All right. Anyway, I'm done. We heading in?
Yes.
Cool.
I kind of want to shake the nerd.
So you're heading into.
What did I do to you? That's not very nice, Dagmar.
You?
Oh, my
The
bad.
God nerd.
Oh, Morzord hasn't done anything to any of you.
The other God nerd.
Mozart's more of a god jock.
Mm.
Yeah. Should never call any of you nerds. Obviously, you're a geek.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
that
Which
makes
is
it
good.
all better.
So in
Right.
Owlbears Aplenty, the crowd is just starting to gather for that evening's entertainment.
Nice.
And Stelton says, yeah, oh, I missed this last time I was here. Oh, this is good. I'm looking forward to this. And he takes a seat. It sits at a table that's near the front of the stage.
Why do you think he hasn't been to Providence for if he's trying to sniff out gods?
I think he's weird. I have nothing on which to base that because my stank hive was not effective, but
It's
I
all right,
mean, if
Dagmar. You'll
he's-
get him next time.
If he's looking for gods that haven't awoken yet, I mean, we know where Desmina is, right? He can go anytime to check that out.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Well, not anymore, but you know, could
No.
have gone at any point, and now there's no point
Hmm.
because there's no known gods operating in Providence.
did he? He
Nope.
went down into the Chenault ruins, didn't he
Mhm.
say?
Yeah, definitely the ones we were in, I assume.
Yeah, just the
Brunlock. Yep.
what you call it?
Oh, that was when you slapped me.
That's when I slapped you. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Good drop that was.
Ah,
Have to have some more of that someday.
Actually,
uh,
did we find out that the throne had been taken, or is that just something you told us, David?
I think that's something I told you out
Right.
of context.
Right.
um,
Yeah.
So I don't think
Dagmar
I.
has no idea that Derek and Dali owes her a fucking commission fee.
So yeah, I don't
Finest
think
fee.
I even mentioned this on stream. So I did mention as a side note to my players that the golden throne of the emperor of the Genold Empire has since disappeared. with no real explanation as to why.
Yes.
And with the leading theory being that by drawing Derek and Dali's attention to it, Dagmar has unwittingly aided in the, paved the way for a divine heist.
I love that.
I mean,
Maybe we would get along.
you're gonna meet him and we won't know it's him, and you guys are gonna get on like a house on fire.
Mm,
Well, I hear he's hot, so yeah.
hmm
Oh,
Good
who's
bit.
this? Daragon Dali? By
Yeah.
Can you describe them by whose standards?
What was it? Something like a bite-sized The Rock?
Yeah,
I just want to hear Dagmar's description. Yeah.
Tiny. I'm assuming The Rock as of the Scorpion King, so tiny with hair to his feet.
Who is this the Rock of which you speak? Some sort of people's champion of dwarves?
Yeah, he's like a really famous dwarven wrestler who is just as famous for his beautiful smile.
That makes a bit
I
of sense
see.
if I call him a rock. Cause
Yeah.
well,
Well,
That's
it's very traditional in dwarven wrestling to take on sort of
Mm.
geological names. The Rock is like the simplest one anyone has come up with, but he's
Mm.
so hot he can get away with it. But yeah,
Well, there you go.
people say Derek and Dali. Well, he looks quite like the statues of Derek and Dali.
I've not personally been to a dwarven hold. I know my
Yeah,
mother
yeah.
does.
do
I've
that
never been to an
sometime.
elven castle.
It's Citadel. You're not really missing anything. I don't know.
True.
It's fine.
Holds are, they're fine.
When did you
Lots of
go to
money to be made.
Citadels? Where did
Well, I mean, I've busked outside them before. They're fine. You make a bit of money.
Dwarven holds
were-
are super cool. If you haven't been,
you
you're
were-
missing out.
you were busking outside elven Citadels?
Well, I mean, you know what they're like.
Were they
Elves just-
throwing you pity coins, Vatericus?
Possibly. Doesn't bother me. It
Pity
all spends
coins
the same.
spend very well.
Mhm.
Wow, such a range of perfectly human and perfectly dwarf. My mother specializes in humans and she's an anthropologist.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure she met my father in a dwarven hold. I don't know what he was doing though. He's a wizard, but
Really? Do you know which one?
do I know which wizard he was?
No, which dwarven hold?
Full elven
Oh.
one. Lots of hair.
Yeah, blonde hair. Looks like me, but like angrier. Ah!
Yeah, pretty.
I don't know which hold. One near Talraj, I assume. I have no clue. I never really
I'm
asked.
from the one near Talraz.
Maybe it was your hold.
Ah, that'd be
Maybe
sweet.
Maybe you were there. Who knows, little baby Dagmar.
I doubt it.
No, you
I'm
wouldn't have
younger
been
than
because
you.
we're pretty. Yeah, sorry. Look, math was never my
Maybe-
strong point.
maybe
Maybe one
if
of my
Orsi,
siblings was there.
I mean, if
Hmm.
Orsi was conceived the night they met,
Yeah, maybe he was.
no, even then,
Shotgun wedding.
Orsi
me.
Orsi is older than Dagmar. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, never mind. My mistake. I'm sorry. Numbers
Can
don't mean
you-
anything to me.
Can you tell
Unfortunate,
we're creatives.
unfortunate accident with a rubber band and a contraceptive.
Did you just call me an unfortunate accident?
It's a Hitchhiker's Guide reference, and it's How?
I'm playing with you in character.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm out of character because I was making it.
Orsi is talking to Zindi. It's all getting very confusing.
Anyway, I'm positive I was not conceived on the night that my parents were in your hold.
I mean, it would be pretty weird if they had.
You have
been.
a
It's
you have a
very
lot of
brutalist
siblings.
architecture down there.
Hmm.
Your mother and father are quite prominent in dwarven.
Yeah, some people are turned on by
circles.
brutalism.
I mean, it's brutalism and mushrooms down there. I don't know what to tell you.
She was my mother's an anthropologist. She was studying dwarves.
Does she like fungi? There's very good fungi.
She's not a mycologist, no.
Well.
brutalism.
She
though.
was watching your people, making judgments on them like elves want to do.
That would be a real weird thing to get the
Just elf things.
Mm-hmm.
stuff
mean-
going.
Elves kind of do get off on that sort of stuff, so.
Mhm.
Wait until you meet Cat. He's a nightmare.
Oh, great! That's a selling point.
Yeah, he's
So-
probably going to hate you.
I assume by
Is
this
that
stage we're
probably gonna
sitting at a table.
I assume you've been having this conversation while waiting for the show to begin.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
pre-show
There are
drinks
drinks
and
in
talks.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually the show does get underway. And you know that this time they haven't taken, there are no additional acts before the show.
Is this like the finale or something?
And
Because
they
those
get,
fucking
Oh my
kobolds
God.
tanked last time.
you get the impression that they are building up to a finale. This might not be the final episode of the Fermi Adventures of Captain Lovett Darling, but they are trying to fit more in per performance.
It's funny because
So, the last time you were there to see it, Captain Lovett Darling and his crew had stolen the ship called the Sapphire Wisp. No, the Sapphire Wisp is the character. She is Darling's long-term rival / love interest, though he's not entirely aware of that. A reminder that Captain Lovett Darling his personality is somewhere between Errol Flynn and Homer Simpson. Is Errol Flynn's bravado and charisma and charm and swashbuckling, and Homer Simpson's complete naivety and history of continually succeeding despite incompetence.
This is perfect because I was imagining Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
That does sound like
works.
Gaston.
Yeah.
Gaston if Gaston was chaotic good instead of
yeah,
Except-
Gaston, but not a bad guy.
Except I would
Yeah.
say more likable. He is portrayed generally as a likable character, rather than being a nasty bigot.
As per the villagers' perspective.
Yeah, that's true.
The song was true.
Mm-hmm.
So,
My, what a guy, that Captain Lovett Darling.
so there have been several episodes you've missed since then, but the current situation is that the crew of the Darling Pride 2, which is the new name for the Sapphire Wisp, they are being pursued by a fleet of pirates on the ocean, led by the
Oh my.
dreaded pirate queen Aneth herself.
the dreaded pirate queen.
You all know is actually a real person, but obviously they will be doing a fictional version of her.
So you know you're famous.
And you've noticed that at some point between the last episode you saw and this one, that the Sapphire Wisp has actually joined the crew, having betrayed her queen.
Oh, good
And
for her.
she's become, like Spike from Buffy. She is the not entirely willing, but I guess I'm on your side now character.
Let's go.
Our favorite.
Hit me with the drama. What's happening this episode?
So
We
with
love
the
it in
pirate,
redemption.
Also, quick, deafen me.
with the pirate fleet chasing the Darling Pride, and it's becoming clear that the Darling Pride 2 is not quite fast enough to get away, and is now has no choice either to turn and fight or eventually be sunk by the bow chasers of Queen Aneth's lead warship, the flagship of her fleet. And so the crew is now discussing what do we do. Captain Darling is looking for advice, and so they just the plan comes up that they decide they need to create some kind of decoy, a lure, or a bomb that they're going to construct, basically a raft with a sail attached to it. This is sort of a Master and Commander tactic. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, see it. Best seafaring film television ever. It's just perfect. So raft with a sail on it, and a few barrels for flotation, and somebody is going to need to sort of man it and lower the sail and light some lanterns on it so it looks like the stern of a ship, because it's now getting into night and the lanterns are how they know that they're still chasing the ship. And they ask when asking, we need a volunteer to do this. All of the actors sort of look around nervously, And then the captain, frustrated, turns to the audience and says, which of you will take on this tremendous duty and become this brave crew member to putting their life on the line?
Hey, Dags, you should do it this time. It was great fun last time when I was up there.
Yeah, go for it, Brunhilde.
Yes.
Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Okay, so Dagmar raises their hand without much conviction, so let's see whether you actually get... let's see whether you actually get picked.
Is someone else super into it?
She likes lifting things and punching things for a crowd, but acting is a...
Yeah. There are several locals who very much want to get on stage.
Nah.
Yeah, I'll let him have it.
Yeah.
And yep, so very soon a person is chosen, a young human woman who appears to be there with her girlfriend, who is cheering her on as she goes
cute
out.
little date.
And they act, they acted out. This young woman is actually really gets into it.
That's what you want
Good
to
for
say.
her.
And the story plays out that the shots, the bow chasers shoot at this decoy and break the sail, and she is getting ready to jump off and swim back to the Darling Pride 2 when, lo and behold, some of the pirates have secretly swum forward and actually board the raft.
Oh no.
And you then get an improvised sword fight, which I'm going to do a performance check for this character. Natural one.
Hey, golf clap, golf clap.
She is singularly unimpressive to watch, but the actors actually do a really good job of that. They end up turning it into a comedy routine where every time she makes a mistake, they make it look as though they have misjudged her, and they swing wildly and fall off the raft or something like that. So she ends up getting that, again, success due to utter incompetence.
Getting that
What a
slapstick in
star.
there. We love it.
And so the story has she then swims back to the crew and is welcomed back aboard the Darling Pride 2, having defeated the pirates who tried to take her captive.
Yay.
Hey,
So
round of applause.
Golf claps.
the ruse
Mhm.
the ruse works for a time, but as the sun rises, it has become clear that although they saw the fleet going veering off after the decoy, when the sun rises, they realised that Queen Aneth's flagship had actually doused all of its lights.
Oh.
And she had somehow spotted the Darling Pride 2 and had set off after it alone.
Oh, the drama.
The drama.
And the only choice now is to turn and fight. And so you, Nirek, the stage manager, who also does the sound and lighting, actually does a really impressive spectacle of cannons shooting and fire and things like that. And eventually, when all seems lost, Captain Darling, in an uncharacteristic moment of vulnerability and despair, prays to any god for help. Any god, if you can hear me, please help. And turns towards the audience and shouts out, please, any of you, which of you will respond to my plea for help? And again, hands shoot up. Do any of you want to play a god in this play?
I think
Oh,
Vatericus does.
Vatericus, your head is about the size of the gods.
It's true. So
His
yes,
eyes
my
are
hand will
doing
go
that
up
thing.
somewhat enthusiastically. As this has been going on, can I have been quietly working the crowd a little bit, oohing and ahhing at all the appropriate moments and sort
Sure,
of
yep.
encouraging stuff? Wonderful. But yes, I will put my hand up enthusiastically.
Vatericus, you will be chosen, and you are brought onto stage, and Captain Lovett Darling, as played by Alos Featherwing, a human male, will say, I did not expect to be answered. Please, who is it that reveals themselves to me?
As I approach the stage, I'm going to cast Silent Image on myself
Oh no.
so
Let's
that
do
my
it.
body becomes storm cloudy and thunderous. And in a loud, booming voice, Gemdanen has answered your call, mortal.
He's gonna
Wow.
clap. Yay!
It's his
There are
favorite.
cheers and applause from the crowd. They are most impressed by this. And we won't play out this entire scene, but what does Gemdanen offer to do to help Captain Darling?
Well, he's got this really cool kraken.
Basically, so I suspect it's going to be a lot of like thundering and posturing, and eventually a gesture out towards Nirik's ship, and then my major image or my silent image will fade, and my major spectacle will come up underneath Nirik's, and the Titan of Gemdanen will eat the Queen's ship.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
So Nirik has been using that spell to project the ship in the distance. A painterly, obviously fake, illusory version of a ship. Nobody's going to think it's real, but for storytelling purposes, and a suspension of disbelief, it works perfectly. And as he sees this creature coming up, he knows exactly what to do, and he modifies his spell so that your images are actually working with each other, and you get
that is
this
so
additional
cool.
level of improvisation, interaction going on stage. And
That
he's
feels good.
and the audience has a wild, wonderful time watching all of this, and it finishes with the Queen Aneth's flagship is sunk by this creature. But there is a in the distance you hear a cry of, "You have not heard the last of Queen Aneth." And it finishes where the spectacle is wiped away. The cast and crew all take their stand and take their bow, and they encourage you, Vitericus, to stay with them and take the bow with them. Cheers and applause, coins, lots of coins being tossed out, and it is the end of that evening's entertainment. And as before, a number of people they've had their great evening. They're going to sort of finish up and go home, but lots of others are going to hang around and just continue to chill and enjoy the evening. And the cast are going to start dispersing among the crowd. Vitericus, do you try to catch the eye of any of these cast members?
Not necessarily catch the eye, but I will flirt and dance with Harith again if she's open.
She is
again quite clearly that it's not going to go anywhere, but
she's
fun.
very happy to flirt and dance with you.
Perfect.
As the evening goes on, the Sapphire, who is the water genasi who plays the Sapphire Wisp in the show, will quietly walk over to Morzod.
So keen.
And say,
Well,
hello, may I sit with you?
and Morzod is he's in wonderful spirits. He's got drinks and he's seen a fantastic show, and so he absolutely welcomes her to sit down, and big compliments about her acting, and can I buy you a drink? And,
Cool. And I assume you're still...
Dagmar, can you, let's go over to that corner and go look at some stuff.
Yes. I also want to look at things in that corner.
I go rest a book on your head and read or something. Have fun, Morzod.
My favorite thing.
So the Sapphire, I'm not even going to make the Sapphire do an insight check. She knows what's going on. Morzod probably doesn't.
Let's go.
Yeah, look, to be honest though, like Morzod, I may be a space ace, but Morzod probably has some kind of sex drive going on there.
And Sapphire is going to basically say to Morzod, last time you were here, perhaps I was not entirely clear in my intentions, so I'll just make the offer again. That is my room up there. I am always open to companionship if you are also in the mood. If you are not, that is fine. I do not wish to put any pressure on you.
If it had been a dude being so polite, he probably would have done a big bro clap on the back kind of thing. But I feel like he'd probably be at least a little bit more elegant with a lady. So he'd certainly buy her another drink.
Okay.
He's into that.
And
He's
she
into
will very quickly she will start to loosen up and will happily enjoy just your company at the table if that's all Borzot is interested in.
Look, I figure as the night wears on, they'd probably, both get a bit loopy and end up sneaking off.
Cool. She will happily do that as well. In the meantime, she'll quite happily just talk to Morzod. She's very interested in just learning about him and learning when she finds out that you're a paladin of Bruinlark. She generally wants to know about Bruinlark. She just
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I
And
have
look,
full confidence that Dagmar and Orsi are commentating on the entire interaction from the other side of the room.
yeah.
We're watching with popcorn and wine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Morzod's definitely like complete friendly and genuine good guy Greg the whole time. Like he's not what would you say? He's not out for a conquest or anything.
So strange, Dagmar. He has no game, and yet he has all the game.
Yeah, that's why he has all the game.
And
He's got the game, but he doesn't even know he's playing.
He's so pleasant and handsome and not a creep, and that's
And-
why he can have anyone he wants.
during this, Vaterica's Harith is actually starting to have the same conversation with you when she notices the Sapphire sitting down with
Damn, get it,
the
ladies.
Iron Chef.
Is Vatericus also being
I suppose-
on? This is
yeah,
such
he
an
could-
interesting night.
He could be telling stories about the Iron Chef thing for sure, because telling a good story is absolutely something Morzod likes doing.
Yeah.
So
And
True.
very
she
lively.
Sapphire enjoys a good story.
There you go. Well, she's clearly a lady of taste.
Yes.
So I suspect Vaterigus will. Well, I don't suspect because I am. I'm in control of what Vaterigus does.
You are actually. Yeah.
Vaterigus will politely deflect anything more, I guess, physical than what we're doing at the moment, right? Like the flirting, the dancing, that sort of stuff is sort of where he's at, and he's not particularly inclined to go further.
Okay. You will get the impression that Harith is quite happy to blow off some steam in a more physical manner. In fact, you get the impression that she likes to do it after every perforence. And if not you,
Damn,
then,
get it, bitch.
and if not you, then someone else.
In which case,
Fair.
then I will very quietly, at sort of mid flirt, I will pivot to, "Have you met Morzod?"
Morzod is preoccupied, but I was just about to say that I bet Vinny would have the absolute best kind of matchmaking. There's a guy who probably is, and like smooth palm.
So Morzod, when slightly loopy Morzod and Sapphire retreat to Sapphire's room, they find Harith already in there waiting. And we will fade to black on that scene.
Whew.
Get it, Morzod.
I
As
mean,
expected.
he would absolutely not back down from such a challenge. So there you go.
Golf clap.
Respectful boys get nice things.
I mean, look, if I was pressed, I would too. I think we all
I mean,
would.
who wouldn't?
I mean,
Exactly.
Okay. My thought was, yes, all of those actors are devastatingly attractive, but then I realized what you guys were actually saying.
We have eyes only for the orc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will join the peanut gallery once Harith has
Good
gone
boy.
upstairs.
Oh,
Nice
welcome.
work, wingman. Two at once.
That's what I do.
Oh,
He deserves nice things. He's
Ah,
working hard.
I
Morzod's
do
a
remember
lucky
being
boy.
such a slut when I was younger. Good for him.
You are young.
Younger, I said.
Again, I need to ask your friend all about your college days. I just feel like you keep alluding to some real crazy shit.
Oh, Dagmar, he's gonna hate you.
I don't know how to take that.
I don't know.
I mean, you hated me at first, and look how
Ah.
far we've come.
I did. I'm sure he'll warm up to you eventually. You are from a noble bloodline, so.
I am of the fancy blood.
Mhm.
If nothing else.
Zindy wonders what the shared trauma might be between Orsi and gosh, what is his name?
Cass?
Cass.
Yes,
Mhm.
Cass.
Yep.
It's not trauma. I think they were both just real college girls back in the day.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I mean-
they were just mean, bitchy, slutty girls. at
College
school.
is the shared trauma.
No, and that's fair. That's fair, actually. yeah.
Overbearing parent and just
Mm-hmm.
young adults.
Mm, 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 mm.
So,
All right. So what are the rest of us doing? Are we?
yeah, I was about to ask
I
that.
was just gonna keep drinking until I stopped being
Are
upright.
you going to try your fun one, Dagmar? Are you going to do that here in front of all these people and see what happens?
No, I think I'd like to do that in the comfort of our own kitchen.
That's
Oh,
fair.
right. You wanted to save it to when we go back.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Right,
we
right,
do have round enough for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to do it without Morzod.
Mm.
No, that feels poor form.
Did we get a room here? I forgot.
I don't think we did. Morzod's got a room for the night.
I think
so-
Muzzle's fine for the evening. We can save some gold.
I almost
mean-
roleplayed that Morzod was gonna organize rooms for people, and then I just forgot. But then this is funny that he does actually have somewhere to sleep now.
We
Well,
have the
yeah.
Titan
value
in
of
a
sleep.
stable with a keg of wine. I mean, we could just hang out in there.
Could bubble on the Titan and just. Drink.
Rain in Summer, if you inquire after him, she'll explain that there is now only one available, which only has 2 beds in it, but there is room if you were to throw a bedroll down on the floor, you could all sleep in there.
Bubble in the Titan.
Does sound kind of fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, bubble in the Titan. Are we allowed to sleep
Alright.
in the bar?
I'm gonna toss Rain and Summer some coins for the use of her stable for the night, even though we have already parked the car in there.
The stable is not attached to the tavern. It's a,
No.
it's a separate business in town.
Right. Well, whenever someone points that out, I'm gonna snatch those coins
that-
back.
The thing was that how that sort of worked?
Yeah, we found like a stable, and we
No,
were like,
no,
"Hey,
I
can we
mean,
park
like,
our shit here?"
IRL thing. I am not aware of stables being an independent thing. Is that a thing?
In
That used to be a thing.
in my world, they are.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And James,
Also,
Outskirts
just
of town, right?
broadly
Mm.
speaking, there used to be public stables when everyone they're like parking lots.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, no, never mind. It's fine.
Do we want to go bar crawling first? Are there other places we can go?
Yes. Oh,
Sure. I mean,
let's
more
tie
swords.
one in river meat.
Mortald's tied up for the evening, probably quite literally. So
Those 2 women did seem very strong-willed and domineering.
They do
Mhm.
seem like fun. Wish them all the
Man,
best.
I'm gonna have to get their descriptions because this is absolutely going to end up as artworks.
Is she not your
Please.
type, Vaterica? She's come on to you quite hard twice now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
So,
don't have to elaborate.
well, no, that's fine. You know how Morzod can enjoy a good ale
Yes.
and not have to stick his dick in it to enjoy it?
I mean, I could see him doing both, but that's just
Well,
awesome
yes,
for you.
but yeah. That's me with people.
Madam,
Wonderful. Shall we go drinking?
Yes, please.
let's do it.
Let's go get drinks and not stick our dicks in them.
With
Perfect.
that is the perfect place to finish tonight's episode, I think. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a very fun, very silly episode.
It's so comfy. I love it.
We
I
will
love a
be
cozy episode.
back next week as our heroes presumably continue on their journey to Heron's Perch, and where nothing will definitely go wrong on the way or once they arrive there. So thank you for watching. Bye.